Welcome to day number 3. We are working on our quads and our hamstrings. Focused routines are a core part of our mobility programming, and while each one has a specific focus, we always incorporate the whole body. For today, you will need a pole or a broomstick, a mat, or a spot on the floor. Grab a strap, and if you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, and then you'll also need a foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, you can use a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball, or even just grab a water bottle. So go ahead and grab those things, and then we'll get started. Today we're starting with hamstring sweeps. So standing comfortable on your mat, prop one heel out in front, keep the back nice and flat, core is engaged, chest is pressed. As you drive your hips back, let your arms swing behind you and then coming down and up, and then we're going to switch sides. So prop the heel down and up, like you're making that sweeping motion. We're just going to alternate sides for 30 seconds. So you're feeling a stretch into the hamstrings as we sweep down. We're also just warming up and waking up our body by moving in that dynamic motion. So keeping that belly button drawn in so the back is supported the entire time. All right, time's up. Go ahead and relax. We're moving into a standing quad stretch. Feel free to grab your pole or broomstick to hang onto for balance if you need to. So you're going to grab one of your ankles or the top of the foot, depending. You're bringing your legs somewhat close together and then slightly drawing back. And we're just going to hold here for 30 seconds on each side. So try not to have your leg way out. If you can, draw it in so they're relatively close together. You're going to be using the stabilizers in that bottom leg as well to help hold you up and support your body. So we're stretching out the quad, which is right in the front of that thigh. They tend to be tight on most people, especially on cyclists. All right, time's up on that side. Go ahead and switch. Again, legs relatively close together, slightly pulling back. You can find if you even engage the glute and the hamstring of that leg that we're stretching, by contracting the opposite muscle, it's going to help allow that quad to stretch out even more. Belly button should be drawn in the entire time to support the back and help with balance. All right, time's up. Go ahead and relax. We're moving into a high lunge. So coming into a split stance, you want your back foot flat onto the ground. So really focus on keeping that heel in constant contact. Front foot is flat as well. As we move into the stretch, we're just going to bend into that front knee, letting that hip fall forward. And again, don't let that heel lift. So you're going to feel a big stretch in the calf of the back leg. Option: just reduce your range of motion and stand more upright. We're going to be holding for 30 seconds on each side. So chest is tall, slight tension between the shoulder blades, belly button is drawn in, and hips are slightly tucked under. Again, back heel is driven down. Increasing the stretch, bend more into that front knee, and again, decreasing is just standing more upright. All right, time's up on that side. Go ahead and switch, split stance, drive that heel down, and again, holding for 30 seconds. All right, time's up. Go ahead and relax. We're moving into a 3-point hamstring stretch. So you might remember this one from day number 1. We're starting with our toes angled out 45 degrees. This time we're going to go 30 seconds in each position. So slowly rounding down, whether you're stopping here or going further down, letting that spine round and hold. Head is relaxed down. You can have a slight bend in the knees, focusing on the hamstrings and the back. So once you're more settled in, see if you can't relax just a little bit more than you did before. All right, slowly rounding that spine up to the standing position. Toes are forward and then rounding slowly back down. And again, once you're in that position, see if you can just relax a bit more than before. All right, slowly bring it back up, pressing throughout the spine, and then final 30, tuck those toes in and slowly come down. Again, let your head feel heavy and just hang in center. All right, time's up. Slowly round throughout that spine. Head comes up last and relax. We're moving into a seated 4 with ankle rotations. So sitting on your mat, hands in behind for support, one ankle up onto the knee, flexing the toes towards the shin. We're going to circle that ankle in one direction for 20 seconds. So keeping that chest nice and tall, hands again are supporting. Focus on a big range of motion as you circle that foot. Again, option on this one, depending how tight your glutes are, you can slide that leg down or bring it closer to you. All right, go the other direction, 20 seconds. Try to push that knee away from your body to the side that is up. All right, time's up on that side. Go ahead and switch and circle one way for the first 20 seconds. So we're stretching out the glute of that bent leg that is up. Driving the knee away from your body will help increase that stretch. We're also stretching out the ankle while at the same time you might feel like it's getting strengthened a bit and those muscles are working by pulling and pressing in that range of motion. All right, switch directions, last 20 seconds. All right, time's up. Go ahead and relax. We're moving into a scepter stretch. You will need your pole or broomstick for this one, coming into that low lunge position. Similar like we did before, but you're going to tuck your toes under on that back leg. So your hip should be stacked over top of your knee. This time with that pole, your arms should be extended, stacked on top of one another. Belly button is in, shoulders are relaxed down. So we're going to activate the quad stretch like before, driving that hip forward, keeping it stacked over the knee, while at the same time we're going to be pressing down into the pole. So just keeping your body accountable and activated to increase that stretch. We're going to hold for about 5 seconds and then release, and then hold and release, repeating for about 30 seconds. So drive down on the pole, forward in that hip, stretching out the hip flexor and the quad, and then release. Reset and press down and forward. So again, all you're doing with that pull in your upper body is driving down into the mat. And focus on that forward press with the quad. All right, time's up on that side. Go ahead and switch. Tuck the back toes under, arms are straight. Again, we're holding for about 5 and then releasing, repeating for 30 seconds. If you have any knee sensitivities whatsoever, feel free to grab a cushion or a pillow and place it underneath that back knee. All right, time's up. Go ahead and relax. We're moving into a hamstring hook to an IT opener. So you will need your strap or belt if you don't have one. You're going to start in a seated position and hook the strap around one of your feet. So take your time to lie back onto your back. The leg that has the strap, you're going to slowly draw it up. Feel free to have as much of a bend in that knee as you need to until you feel a stretch in the back of the leg, so the hamstring. We're going to hold here for 30 seconds. So try to relax your upper body and really just focus on letting your legs and your hips relax as well, so we can just stretch out the back of it. All right, from here, we're going to let that leg, we're going to guide it with the strap, fall inward slightly and hold for another 30 seconds. So because you can't actually stretch out the IT band itself, we're working on the connective tissue instead. So you might be feeling a stretch kind of right into the top of that hip. Still feeling the hamstring a little bit, but again, bending that knee if you need to. All right, time's up on that side. Go ahead and unhook your foot, and we're going to switch. Taking a lie back, and then working the hamstring to start for 30 seconds. Again, using that strap or belt to guide your leg, so you might be pulling it back for a deeper stretch or letting it fall further down to lessen the stretch. All right, from here, let that leg fall inward, guiding it with the strap and holding for the final 30 seconds. Try to keep that belly button drawn in the entire time. All right, time's up. Go ahead and unhook your foot and relax back on your mat. To end today's routine, we're going to be rolling out the quads and the hamstrings with your foam roller. So go ahead and grab it. You're going to place it into position, and we're going to do the quads first. So we're just going to do one leg at a time. You're going to place it underneath the leg that we're stretching, having the other one kickstand out with a bend in the knee on the ground for support, and you're just bracing yourself on your forearms. You're going to go from just above the knee to just below your hip flexors, and just going back and forth for 30 seconds. So make sure you're never actually rolling over your knee or onto your hip. Feel free to kind of transfer your weight to the outside and to the inside. Now again, most people's quads are quite tight, so this could feel quite intense. Put as much weight into your hands and that leg, the one that's out, for support as you need to. All right, time's up on that side. Go ahead and switch. And again, 30 seconds. Again, you can go more inside and outside as well, have movement throughout. All right, time's up. Go ahead and relax. To finish today, we'll roll out the hamstrings. So you're just going to sit and place it underneath one of your legs, kind of just below where your bum is. Have the other foot flat for support, leg is straight, and then pushing up onto your hands, you're going to roll from just above the knee to just below your bum. Back and forth. And same thing, you can transfer to the outside or the inside. We're going to be doing 30 seconds on each leg. Keeping that chest tall still as we go. And again, as much weight as you want to onto that leg, so you can have a lot of weight in the supporting one if your hamstrings are really sensitive. All right, time's up on that side. Go ahead and transfer to the other one for 30 seconds. All right, time's up. Go ahead and relax back on your mat.